What's up, Taurus? My bad, y'all. It's that YouTube has this new thing that it likes to do where it likes to stop the video and not let me know. I don't know when that started or why, but anyway, I was at the very tail end of the video and I thought about just going ahead and letting it be over there. But I think this is important advice. Okay? This is important advice. I think somebody needs to hear this. So I went ahead and left my spread on the table, and I'm just going to throw this out there for whoever needs to hear it. So basically what the situation was current long-term partner. It looks like, for those of you who resonate with this message, it's looking like the person you're dealing with is just waiting for you to end things, you know? And here's what I was going to say. Okay, I don't know how much of it you heard or whatever. My wife had to come in and tell me the video froze, so I don't know where it froze. But here's the advice. I'm not going to tell you what you should or shouldn't do. I'm not going to do that. But I will say this. You're dealing with somebody who is more concerned about their image than anything else. They're more concerned about the way they look. They don't want to end it because they're worried about looking like the bad guy. So what does that indicate to you when somebody is more concerned with other people's perception of them than anything else? What does that indicate to you? What it indicates to me is somebody who can't be trusted. That's what it indicates to me. So at the end of the day, don't be like them. Fuck what other people's opinions are. Who cares? Is that maybe for a couple of you what's keeping you around too? Or maybe both of you just kind of waiting on the other person to end it so you won't look like the bad guy? Well, I'm just going to say this. Eventually, this house of cards is going to crumble. Eventually. That's not going to sustain itself forever. So, if you hold off until the universe does this, this could be a really ugly, nasty situation. At the end of the day, fuck what anyone thinks about it. If you got to get away from a toxic situation, get away from a toxic situation. At the end of the day, give a fuck if you think I'm the bad guy or not. Think in one hand and shit in the other. Go tell everybody what you want. I don't give a fuck. I'm getting the hell away from you. You know? Just throwing that out there. Because is it worth it, really? Is it worth it? Again, I'm not going to tell you what you should or shouldn't do. But I will tell you that this is a house of cards. And it's not going to sustain itself forever. And I think that's important advice to hear. That's important advice to hear. I've had to do that so many times on my journey. You know how many times I've had to do that? Do you know how many people have painted me out to be the bad guy? Because I'm not going to be around their toxic bullshit. And I'm fine with that. I'm totally cool with that. I'm totally cool with that. I got away from toxicity, and now I live a life of peace and happiness. Bunch of people out there think I'm a bad guy. That's okay. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I live in peace. I live in happiness. I don't live in toxicity. I don't live in drama. I live in happiness, peace, comfort, and abundance. Think about that. What's more important? What people think about you or your actual life? What's more important? Just something to think about. Again, I'm not going to tell you what you should or shouldn't do. I'm not going to do that. Do what you want to do at the end of the day. But sometimes people will put themselves through some fucking misery, all at the cost of other people's opinion. Put themselves through fucking misery. Just so they don't appear a certain way to everybody. Just so nobody thinks something about them. And again, just saying, I'm here to tell you from firsthand experience that I would much prefer living a life of peace and happiness and everybody thinking I'm a bad guy than keeping myself locked in a toxic situation because I'm so scared of what everybody gonna think about me. I don't want nobody to think I'm an asshole. Fuck that, dude. Fuck that. Let them think what they want. Go find peace and happiness, okay? All right, y'all. That's all I wanted to do. Again, for those of you just now tuning in, my video froze when I was right in the middle of what I think is some important advice. I thought about just leaving the video the way it was, but I was like, no, man, somebody needs to hear this shit, dude. Somebody needs to hear this. So hopefully this message reaches the person that needs to hear it. So, all right, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Don't forget to check the description of the video if you need a personal reading, and I'll see y'all next time. Stay blessed.